Constable John Petropoulos.
Sir!
Around 5:30 in the morning of September 29th, John responded to a warehouse. It ended up there was no one in the building, there was no intruder in there, so John died protecting a premise that did not need protecting.
John lost his life with a simple guardrail. So with the JPMF, what they did and what they're doing is awesome.
When John died in the line of duty on September 29, 2000, there were so many emotions going through many of us, and as tragic as it was, we were looking for something to do. We were looking for some place to put our energy, whether that be angry energy or whether that be something positive.
We started a fund which was selling pins, and it was more to help out the family after he died suddenly.
We raised, I think it was over $11,000. And Marianne actually said, well, hey, why don't we do something more with this?
And then it kind of blossomed into, eventually what we know today is the JPMF.
We have been able to accomplish an awful lot over the past 20 years. We've produced 8 public service announcements and a 10-minute safety video. And the public service announcements have aired on TV and online over 2 million times. So that's pretty incredible.
We've never had any fun with the JPMF ever.
Joel Matthews would be very efficient at making our meetings because we had board meetings all the time. And
Those who know me on the job here, I'm not a meeting person. So
he was the taskmaster that made things move along when we all got distracted.
Got to the point where I know that Marianne would look at me and would be frustrated, whereas I'd look at Cliff and I'd look at Glenn and they'd be laughing.
Never a board meeting that was dull. Let's put it that way.
The Calgary Police Association golf tournament, that was always a fun one. I remember driving volunteers out to one of the holes in just horrible rain. I was just like, I'm sorry, I have to drop you off at this hole, and I promise I'll come back for you.
I'd say my all-time favorite moment was the film shoot for making the picnic PSA. They played badminton, they cooked smokies on the barbecue, they were flipping hamburgers, they were sun tanning. They were just being really goofy, and it was a lot of fun, and we got a really, really great shoot out of that. And it actually ended up being a very, very popular, powerful PSA.
The actors that you see in some of the PSAs were us. I'm not a great actor, so I played a cop. We had a lot of fun, whether it be watching Glenn get makeup put on him, or this is a group of people that were already friends and became very close, and really our family. JPMF for me has meant that we were able to keep John's legacy alive, that John did not die in vain. John's death was preventable, without a doubt. And what we did not want to see is other preventable deaths happen, and certainly not to emergency service workers. It's a difficult enough job, and nobody signs up to die.
It was about everything I've believed in, everything that drove me to become a police officer, the prevention of harm to people that might not otherwise be able to prevent it themselves.
I just couldn't be more proud of the work that we've done. And, I think our messaging is about looking out for the welfare and the health of others.
He'd be impressed. And he's a tough guy to impress. And, yeah, I think he would have been impressed.
We're really happy that John hasn't been forgotten. Everybody knows a little bit of Johnny P's story. I mean, he's lived on through this.
I'm proud to be a part of a vocation that John was so passionate about. And that's what it all boils down to. and like I say, the JPMF is really able to capture what it's all about.
But I'm thankful anybody that's actually played any role in John's life in Marianne's effort to bring the JPMF to life.
Whether it's donors or volunteers or people that we've worked with, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
20 years is a long time. We have some of our supporters and volunteers that have been with us almost that entire time. So we couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without the support. They're out there behind the scenes working to keep emergency service personnel safe. So from me to you, thank you very much.
I would like to thank everybody who has supported the John Petropoulos Memorial Fund over the last 20 years. I'd like to thank Cliff in particular, who's been the board member who's stuck it out the longest, the word of wisdom in my ear. I'd like to thank Joel and Glenn for starting it alongside Cliff. The three of those police officers made a huge difference in ensuring that good came of John's death. And then the current board members are doing a tremendous job, and I really appreciate your support and all our volunteers. Ian Wilson, who worked for us as our managing director for 12 years, he was an absolute saint and an angel, and he did a lot of the work so that I didn't have to. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. I just want to thank all the people who have supported, all the friends and family, and all the new people that have come on board. It just blows my mind. And all our volunteers that show up every year to do the golf tournament or to do the water station at the marathon or to work the casinos, and all these people. It's just, 20 years, that's an awful lot of people who have made the Memorial Fund what it is today. And I just want to thank everybody for their support, personally and professionally, and from this Memorial Fund. It's the only way charities can function, and thank you.